Michael, first of all, you've got your man, haven't you? You've got your experienced striker.
Yeah, but I think it's fantastic that we get James in the building, where everybody knows what he's done throughout his career, and he's a goal scorer. He's experienced, and we're really happy to have him in the building. I think it's credit to the club and Jez and the recruitment team, who've been working really hard on this one for quite a few weeks. And James would have had lots of options in League One. We know that, but to get it over the line and get him in the building is great.
You say lots of options, and clearly he was a player who signed a championship contract last summer. If the club had to push the boat out a bit financially to get him?
Yeah, I think we have to do within our capabilities, but it's more than anything. I think you've talked about like an experienced one, but he's a winner, and he wants to win football matches, and I think that's what most impresses most about James. Yes, we want him to help the youngsters because we're young on that top line, but first and foremost, he's here to win football matches and score goals, and that's what we really liked about him. And you have to do that, and we're just really happy to have him, and working with him over a couple of days has been great.
Does it underline as well, it's all very well developing players, but it is also always about the here and now?
I think it's a balance. We have to get the balance of win, develop. That's what we do. We need to win football matches to develop players, and we need to develop the players to win football matches. So it's that, if you like, evolving circle, and getting the balance of that is right. But for sure, first and foremost, he's here to help us win and move us forward as much as we can on that top line. And he's adding already his leadership into the group and his experiences. But like I said before, that's great, but he's here to score goals and win for us.
I know Sam wasn't immediately available for you, but I take it he is.
Sam Klukas?
That Colo is available to play.
Oh, James.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay, yeah. No, James, yeah, he's... we've got to be careful with him because he's not played 90 minutes this season. He's obviously been on Derby's bench and coming off. He's been training well. We've got to get him going in terms of being fully match fit. So we've got to be careful with him to start with. But he's fully ready for selection on Saturday and raring to go, yeah.
And just finally on strikers, that's got you at 5 forwards, 5 strikers. Is that the kind of number you want in your squad, or do you need one out and in, or where are you?
No, I'm really happy with that. The one thing, the injuries though. One thing, we've lost Bailey for a few weeks, so we're down to 4 at the moment. But when Bailey comes back, probably about 6 weeks' time, which is not ideal because Bailey's been developing really well also. But we've lost him through an adductor injury in training, so we're down to 4 at the minute. Obviously, Tyler's still injured for the foreseeable, so we've probably got 4 fit strikers in the building at the minute. So we need 5 because, like Bailey, they get injured and get niggles, and how we want to play and be aggressive, it's important. So 5 is a good number for us, and they'll all get minutes and all be raring to go.
Just finally on transfers, you were talking particularly about centre half and wondering if you needed to look at the back. Are you at a position where you need to know what you need to do?
Yeah, I think we... let me be honest, if we came out of the window now and finished now, I'd be really happy. I'd be really happy where we are. The group's strong. I don't think we need to do anything. If there's something that comes up that can add to the strength and depth and get us covers in certain areas, we would do that. So I think it's more now that we've got the 2 guys in the building, I think it's more now like being aware of what comes around. And in this window, it's always like a bit of a tombola late doors, but it has to add to what we do and not take away. But if the window is to shut tomorrow, I'll be really happy with where we're at and what we can do.
Are you expecting any departures at all?
Maybe one or two to go out on loan and get some more minutes. But again, even if that doesn't happen, I'm really happy with the group. I'm really happy where we're at. Again, it's just about making sure that we strengthen the depth of the squad. But we're ready to go, and we're excited for the second part of the season.
Just finding all that sort of stuff. Is Sam close to being available?
Yeah, Sam is. He's getting closer. He's getting closer. Had a good training week this week, and he's definitely there, wanting to be selected or ready for selection this week. He's getting closer and closer, but it's again like getting him up to speed of how we want to play, and he's probably coming from a different direction to James, and probably not been trained as long as James in terms of the level. But you can see Sam's quality on the ball. He's got fantastic quality. The level he's played at, you can see what he sees in the game. So he's a really good addition to us, and those 2 so far have really improved. Push the lads in training already, so we can see the level of training that they bring to it, which is good.
Let's talk about Peterborough, the game themselves. I think if you looked at League One at the start of the season and you were to say that a team would be in the bottom half, it certainly wouldn't have been Peterborough.
I think it just shows you how tough this league is this year, because we know Peterborough last season were in the playoffs and we're storming, and this season they haven't changed their style, if you like. They haven't changed much in the way they play, and they've got real big threats. They're really fast. They're exciting on the counter attack, but this season's been tough for them. And they're a good team, and they've brought some good players in recently to strengthen up in Sam Hughes, and wideys and wingers that have come in as well. But they're a good team. We've got to be really mindful of their threats. They're good on the counter. They're fast. They can build up. But we're at home, and like all games, we want to take the game to them and try and get the 3 points.
I don't know if you're aware of this. Obviously, we drew earlier in the season, scored a great goal, but Lincoln's record against Peterborough is not great. We haven't won since pre-COVID.
Okay, no, wasn't aware of that. I remember, obviously, the first game this season where it was a really tough game. We played some brilliant football that day. I thought at times we looked really exciting on that. And Poco, who's out injured at the moment, I think has scored a bit of a worldie. But they've got threats from all over the pitch. We're going to have to be on it for sure. But we'll have a plan and a way that we think can go and beat them. But it's another game, another challenge to go and get 3 points. And I think if we're on it and have our strengths on the day, that we can cause their weaknesses some real problems.
Yeah, I guess just finally, it's it's the build on that Northampton performance and obviously the result.
Yeah, to build on the result, and off the back of a win and a draw against Stevenage in the league, it's can we go again and get another 3 points and keep moving. And as the transfer window stays open, if there's anything that comes up that excites us and adds to the group, and we just keep trying to build and move in the right direction, and an opportunity, like you say, to be at home against Peterborough and try and get those 3 points.